This is definitely the pinnacle of wilderness construction. A man challenges himself to survive 100 days in the jungle. He not only burned a cave into a cliff with his bare hands, but also refined cement by burning limestone. Using his extensive primitive skills, he built a rock shelter with a heated kang bed stove. The courtyard is equipped with an automatic water pump, and he carved various exquisite furniture pieces from stone. When hungry, he uses his self-made alarm fishing device to easily catch a large haul of fresh river fish. He perfectly demonstrates what a wilderness survival textbook should be. As the Australian guy's last disciple, Old Ma's primitive skills have always been impressive. One day, while exploring in the wilderness, he stumbled upon a very secure cave. Inside the cave, there were many stacked stones, suggesting someone had lived there before. What a coincidence! He didn't have a place to stay tonight. With just a little bit of modification, it could be a great temporary dwelling. After dismantling the stone wall inside, he realized the ceiling was too low. To make it more comfortable, Old Ma immediately went to cut some wooden sticks. One might think he was going to build a shelter, but he actually started a fire inside the cave. After all, the rocks here are limestone. After being heated by fire, they can be easily excavated. The waiting time was a bit boring, so Old Ma made a fishing rod and prepared to fish. For bait, he chose longhorn beetle larvae from deadwood. After all, no fish can resist their temptation. Sure enough, he had only cast his line for 2 minutes when he successfully caught his first fish. A happy Old Ma first seasoned the fish, then wrapped it in mud and placed it directly in the cave to charcoal grill. To cook the food faster, he took the opportunity to add more firewood. Then he began to enjoy his meal. After he had eaten his fill, the inside of the cave had become incredibly fragile. With just a slight tap of a chisel, large sections of rock would instantly fall off. This expansion method saves time and effort, though cleaning up the debris takes a good amount of time. Finally, after Old Ma's persistent efforts, the entire cave area was several times larger. The advantage of living by the river is the abundance of stones, making it easy to find materials for building walls. Old Ma first sealed the rock crevices to prevent snakes, ants, and mosquitoes from getting in. Then he took out his storage bag to dig up some fine clay. He planned to build a kiln by the river. After all, he intended to live in this home for a long time, and it would be difficult to complete without cement. Layer by layer of clay and stone, he soon built it up to half his height. Besides the abundance of building stones by the river, there were also quite a few unique limestone rocks. Due to prolonged erosion by river water, their texture had already weathered. These stones, when burned at high temperatures, can easily yield calcium hydroxide, which is commonly known as quicklime. Old Ma immediately added firewood to test the effect. The roaring flames were comparable to an alchemy furnace. It could be used by monkeys to train their fiery golden eyes. While waiting, he sawed many logs, preparing to make a wooden trough for the calcium hydroxide. If he weren't doing wilderness construction with these skills, he could easily be a construction worker earning over $10,000 a month. Unlike us ordinary people, finding a good job is incredibly difficult. Once that's done, he'll collect fine sand from the riverbank. Combining the two, he had concrete for building walls. Layering it with stones, little by little, he wouldn't have to worry about the giant rocks above collapsing. This really proves the saying, master math and science, and you'll fear nothing in the world. Soon, Old Ma had built 3 walls. The remaining stones were neatly placed in the corner by him, forming a sturdy kang heated bed. This directly solved the sleeping problem. But what about the surface of the kang? Old Ma thought for a moment and decided to piece together a triangle with wooden boards, using a casting method similar to construction sites. After drying, it would be a perfect kang surface. He then covered it with another layer of stones, allowing him to enjoy a massage function anytime, anywhere. Living in the wilderness, the most important heating facility is also essential. This process was even simpler. Old Ma, with just his skillful hands and 2.5 years of construction experience, created a finished product that was no less impressive than what a professional construction team could do. The pure stone fireplace didn't require him to take separate fire prevention measures. He just needed to connect the smoke pipe, and it was done. Although there were plenty of stones by the stream, finding flat ones wasn't easy. Heaven knows how much time he spent. After Old Ma finally built the base of the front wall, he quickly pieced together a door frame from wood. He chose to leave openings for the doors and windows before building, so he wouldn't have to chisel them open later. The rest could simply be filled with stones. With this level of flatness, most construction teams wouldn't dare claim they could achieve it. Every gap was filled perfectly, without a single crack, ensuring not even a mosquito could fly in. Now, this shelter only lacked a main door. Old Ma didn't give himself any excuses to be lazy. He quickly pieced together the remaining wooden boards, then inserted wooden pegs to secure them. Just by cutting off the excess parts, this new home gained another feature. He even made the doorknob and hinges with a unique flair. His skills were excellent. Even the dimensions of the bolt were perfectly measured. Finally, after Old Ma installed the main door and the glass in the windows, the shelter was completely finished. Satisfied, he immediately lit a fire in the fireplace to test its effect. The rising smoke not only brought warmth, but also brought Old Ma hope for survival. From then on, he would no longer have to sleep in the wilderness. Today, he could rest well here, preparing for tomorrow's construction. The next day, after Old Ma woke up, he found the exposed courtyard not very aesthetically pleasing. So, he urgently found stones and cement and filled in all the empty sections. This work also took him half a day. After finishing, he took his saw and headed into the forest. There, he cut down 2 trees several meters long. First, he cut them into equal-length smaller pieces. Then, he further trimmed the edges, carving a model with a groove at the top. He continued to hollow out the middle part, and after inserting a wooden stick to connect them, it became a simple hand-crank device. What exactly is this guy trying to do? We dare not say, we dare not ask. But it looks pretty impressive. That wasn't all. He continued with his plan, carving a notch into a larger log. Then, by securing it with wooden pegs, he set it up below the rock wall. Let me tell you first, this is a water delivery system. However, it still lacked a transport container. So, he had to cut more logs. He split the first batch of wood in half, then carefully chiseled out the core, keeping the most essential bark part. This would serve as the transport track for the pulley system. He continued to hollow out another part, forming small wooden buckets. He drilled 2 holes on the side and threaded a thin rope through them. The final product looked something like this. Old Ma threaded a hemp rope through the upper and lower pulleys. After testing that the rotation was smooth enough, he tied the newly made wooden buckets to it. Now, by turning the handle and pulling the hemp rope, he could easily save the tedious time spent fetching water. His quality of life could be said to have improved significantly. He didn't waste the top either. What a treat. Old Ma drilled holes at the entrance and placed a few wild lure insects. After placing them in what he considered ideal positions, it became a set of highly efficient fishing traps. On his way back, Old Ma also found a flat stone slab along the way. This material was perfect for making furniture. He just needed to chisel the stone into a square, then use tools to drill holes in the bottom. After installing wooden sticks of equal width for support, he would have a beautiful stone slab dining table. And for the stools, this process was also very simple. After finishing, Old Ma went to check the traps. Don't let the small entrance fool you. The results were so good, it felt like cheating. He cleaned the loaches he caught by the stream. After cleaning them by the stream, he strung them together with a wooden stick. Then he increased the fire in the fireplace and smoked them directly over it. Soon, he would have dried loaches to eat. As for today's main course, it was potatoes he dug up in the forest. The rich carbohydrates would replenish his energy well. Old Ma respectfully ate all of it. After a brief rest, he got to work on the stone. First, he planned the dimensions along the edge. He then drilled dozens of small holes on the surface. Next, he used a chisel to break them one by one. Through continuous grinding and polishing, Old Ma quickly made a sturdy stone sink. Who would have thought that in the resource-scarce wilderness, Old Ma, with his rich primitive skills, managed to build a set of modern living facilities? Frying pan, stove, wash basin, everything was complete. This quality of life is definitely the most luxurious I've ever seen in the wild. The original fishing device had too small an entrance, only catching 3 to 5 loaches a day. To ensure he had enough food as a precaution, Old Ma immediately found some wooden sticks. Using fishing line, an iron block, and a cup, he made an automatic fishing machine. The machine also had a warning device. As soon as a fish bit the hook, it would pull the iron block, causing it to rotate. This would then strike the cup, making a sound. While its reliability wasn't 100%, it allowed him to be freed from the task of constantly watching. Using some cicadas as bait, he had only cast his line for half a minute when his trap demonstrated its effectiveness. This fish was enough for a hearty meal. He had already prepared a cutting board. Just as he started scraping the fish scales, the trap made another sound. Such a harvest made Old Ma very happy. Fresh carp meat is very tender and absolutely delicious when pan-fried. And that's exactly what Old Ma thought. Paired with fresh vegetables gathered from the surroundings, it made for a nutritious and hearty wilderness dinner. After preparing the meal, Old Ma sat outside. While eating the delicious food he caught himself, he enjoyed the magnificent beauty of nature. This king-like life, even Bear Grylls would cry watching it. After eating, he prepared to rest well. The interior of the shelter was still quite spacious. Old Ma might still add new furniture, but that would definitely be for later. For now, he just wanted to rest well and truly enjoy a few days of leisure.